This is a tutorial to deploy a FastAPI application to Leapcell for free. There's no credit card required, and you do have a bunch of services that comes with it, such as the PostgreSQL database. I've set up a custom domain. There's object storage, which goes to S3. So right now it's free. There's a simple demonstration which I'll go through for FastAPI. So you can start off with a blank editor, and then I'll show you this more complex demonstration where there's a GitHub repository for it. So you can just use it as a template and deploy it in order to test out the capabilities of this Leapcell platform with a SQL database that is sortable. It's using Postgres. It's also storing images to S3 in the object store, and the images can also be changed. So I'm going to log in. The credentials are stored in the SQL database on Postgres. Okay, so I'm logged in here. I'm going to attempt to change one of the pictures. And I'll upload it. Check the data through SQL admin. So if we select the person view here, we can get the photo URL and test it directly from the object score. So in a new directory, I'm first using UV. So if you don't have UV installed, you'll need to install it. Then I'm going to add the FastAPI standard. So I'm going to put in quotes. Let's init it, then add it. Okay, let's open up the project in a editor. Let's build a bare bones application. So let's first import FastAPI. Okay, let's first test it. Okay, we don't need this request yet. Let's just test it like this. Okay, because I'm using UV and I'm not using pip or vnvm directly, you have to do UV run, and then in this case it's UV corn. Main colon apps, and it's this app right there. Okay, we should be able to open the browser up to port 8000. Okay, we're now at port 8000 localhost. I have a plugin in my browser to pretty print the JSON. Right there. This next step is optional, but the Leapcell does do this health check. So we're going to set up our route. And I'll set up another route just for health, which Leapcell does not use, but other servers might use. And then we'll just return. The status. Make sure you spell it correctly. Okay, I set up a new account on GitHub. So this will be my first repository on this new account. I'll create the repository name as Leap Deploy. It can be public or private. I'm going to create it private. I'm going to create the repo. So let's go through these steps. Control C. Okay, it wasn't a get a repo before, so you need to do git init. Now I'm going to add all the things in the folder. So if you do git status, you can see that it's these files have been added to Git. All right. Then you have to add the remote origin. And I'll push it up to main. Because it's a new account, I have to log in. I'm going to log in with the web browser. So I'm seeing this type of screen here. I'll use this account. And there's a code displayed on my device. Okay, the code was in the command line interface. It's right there in the command line. There was no separate device, it was just on the computer. So I'm going to authorize GitHub. Oh, okay, I'm all set. Okay, let's test it. Git push origin main. Oh, it worked. Okay, I thought I'd leave that in because we had some student volunteers for our project and they were having some problems with GitHub. So in case any of you are having problems with a new GitHub account, that's how you push up the changes here. Okay, let's go to Leapcell and I will sign up for free. I'm going to continue with GitHub. Okay, with my brand new account, I'm going to authorize Leapcell with my brand new GitHub account. Boom, you're in. Pretty nice. Okay. So I haven't put any credit card there's nothing, there's no cost right now. But it's saying that if your project takes off, okay, I'm going to use Python. I'm going to use FastAPI. I'm maybe website development, AI and machine learning backend development, web APIs, website building, data analysis, web scraping. Say I'll be a student and I'm going to connect to GitHub for the deployment. Nice. Install and authorize Leapcell. So you probably want to do only select repositories. In this case, I only have one repository on this new account, but we will install and authorize. Boom. Okay, let's start using Leapcell. Nice. Let's import it. Add new source. We'll change the... Okay, there's only Tokyo and East Coast United States, so I'll stick with Virginia. I'm in the United States. Framework preset. I think I used Python 3.12. I need a build command here. I'm not going to use UVcorn. Okay. I'm not going to use UV. Okay. I have to go back. Okay, I just remembered that since I'm using UV, I need to export the requirements.txt. I guess you're wondering, oh, maybe I should have just used pip from the beginning. Okay, so I'm going to save it to requirements.txt. Alright, so it's UV export, no hashes, because with the hashes it'll add a bunch of information which might mess up the deploy. Hyphen format requirements.txt. I'm going to pipe it into, or output it to requirements.txt. So now I have the requirements.txt. Okay, we're good. All right, so now the requirements.txt is here. If you had used pip from the beginning, you wouldn't have to do the export. But I'm using UV. It's optional. You don't need to use it. You can absolutely use pip. Okay, the reason I did the requirements.txt is I need to, there's some hard to read because it's so light here, text, but the way it's installing the requirements on Docker is with the pip. I did try to use UV and it did not work. So right now we don't have any environmental variables. Okay, let's submit it. And it's doing the build automatically. See, it's plan as hobby, billing, there's no credit card. I didn't put anything in here. So it's kind of a nice service to get you started, especially if you're concerned about credit cards or things like that initially, right? Eventually, if you go to production, you'll have some systems in place and you likely will need to pay eventually. But I think for prototyping and just showing your friends or your employers, this thing is fine. Okay, it says congratulations, everything's successful. Let's go next. Service domain. Right here, it's kind of a long one. Metrics. Settings. Chat support, we're done. Okay, let's see whether it works. Okay, there's some problem. Then I set up the default route. The error here, this needs to be the name of the app, which is app. Okay. Should be app. Let's try it again. Okay, it started this another build here. And I think you have about 1 hour of build time a month, which I actually exceeded it on another account in order to do some background testing for this video to test the rest of the components. Okay, it's deploying again. It's pretty good. They give you 512 megabytes of memory and 2 CPU. You see that's going for this health check here, and you're getting the 200 reach, which means that's good. Okay, we're gonna go check on this again. Oh, okay. It's working. So we will change it just to make sure that everything is fine. Completed deploy to Leapcell. We'll save it. I'll add it. I'll commit it. Change message to deploy on Leapcell. And then I'm going to push it. Okay, it's been pushed to GitHub. You can see that it was just deployed just now. So if you go back to Leapcell, I'm on the logs tab here. It gives you some idea of what's going on. This deployments. So the previous one is active, not the current one. So the current one is building. If you click on it, you can get more information about, oh, it finished the build, now it's doing the deploy. Okay, it's been deployed. Okay. I think it's still deploying. Okay. It's looking good there. Right.